room. Make some noise, y'all. Yo. Hey, there it is right there. Look at the bottom of your screen. Vintage Cigar Room is right in like the Cheltenham area. Big shout out to the Cheltenham area.
Glenside.
Glenside. It's right there. It's right next door. All right. But we take all the communities right here. Right. Big shout out to Roger with the Hat, man. Has one of the best cigar rooms in PA, Jersey, and Delaware. If you haven't heard, make sure you tell a friend. And we got the big guy right here, Roger with the Hat, Vintage Cigar Room. Roger, how you been, Frat?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm just got back from DR a little over a week ago. We had Francisco from DBL in the house. We had a great event. Sold a lot of sticks. Francisco did his thing, man. He educated a lot of people about cigars. I even learned something that I didn't know that night. So everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Yeah, he did a great podcast, man. Shout out to him and Francisco. They were absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to all the other cigar rooms or the cigar lounges in the area. Make sure that you go and you get the vintage cigar inside of your building, along with the DBL. Make sure you get the DBL inside there too. Nard, have you been to Vintage Cigar Room? What you think about that great cigar room? Shout out to all the noobs.
Shout out to all the noobs.
Triple A.
Bro Rise right here.
Triple A in the building.
Triple A is here in the building.
Okay.
All right. Be
careful. Who gotta be careful?
Who said it?
I gotta be careful.
I'm just waiting for the go.
Oh,
waiting
man.
for the green light. You know how we do.
There's a lot of things I gotta worry about. One thing I don't have to worry about that.
We definitely
probably do that.
Hey,
Anyway.
Rise, hold on. What was it that you found out that you didn't know at your event?
At my event, one of the things that Francisco had talked about was the care of your humidor, right? A lot of people don't realize that when you have the humidor at home, it becomes an issue if you're not taking care of it. So you got to season it properly. And the other thing he mentioned about the cigars is if they're dry, right, and they're in your humidor, one thing to do is just put like some little bit of water on them, let it soak for a few minutes, and then you can go ahead and smoke it about 5 minutes later. I didn't know that. I've heard things about put them in the freezer, do this, do that, but never heard that one particularly. So that was something.
Everything you put water on
the cigar, you moisten the cigar, the whole thing.
Just like a spray bottle.
Yep.
I could elaborate on that.
Go ahead.
What Francisco talks about is how to keep the cigars healthy. Mm-hmm. So what happens in the wintertime, we don't have any humidity. So your cigars could dry out, even if they're in humidor. He talks about like you can hold your cigar next to your ear if it cracks.
Exactly.
It needs moisture. So if you take a little water and moisten your cigar, don't soak it, just moisten it. Let it sit for 5 minutes. You're adding humidity back in the cigar, and it's going to be that much better. And that's particularly important if you smoke a Connecticut because they're thin wrapper or a Cameroon.
Okay.
So you want to put moisture back into the cigar, humidity back into the cigar.
So would you suggest like a paper towel, like wet a paper towel and pat the cigar, or take like a spray bottle
just a little? You could just put. He sprays the cigar sometimes with a spray bottle.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to soak it, just enough to moisten it. To tell you the truth, when I smoke a cigar, a lot of times what I'll do in the wintertime, I'll just use saliva. You know, I'll just, you just whatever.
Natural.
You're the only one. You're the only one that's going to smoke it, right? So.
Yeah,
Right.
What is the perfect temperature for a humidor?
Perfect temperature is we keep ours usually between 68 and 72. That's where we keep ours in the shop.
Yep.
And that's what I try to do at home as well. Keep it between 68 and 72. That seems to be the perfect.
So can I keep my cigars in my wine cooler at 72?
It's not the same. I don't think it's good. Yeah, I've never tried that. I'm not gonna sit here and say, but I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, let us know how that works out for you.
Yeah,
Go
ahead and
try
it
because there's really no moisture in there. When it's like it's a refrigerator, basically.
Humidity. I'll tell you what, the best invention that ever came out, Francisco talks about it too, part of the Vita packs. And another one is Boost. They're the best, man. You don't have to play. They're good. Right. What I do a lot of times when I put a new Vita pack in, I get a permanent marker and I write on the date. A lot of people don't know you can bring the Vita packs back too.
What you mean you can bring them back?
If you take a Vita pack, once it dries out, take a Ziploc bag and you put some. Just you don't soak it, but you put some distilled water in there.
Say that again.
If your Vita pack dries out,
I just bought something to light it up. So I want to
what
make sure.
what you do, you put it in a Ziploc bag, put a little bit of distilled water and seal it up. And you'll see when it's dry in a couple days, it's going to come like it was new again.
Wow.
So after it comes back, you take it and you put it on a paper towel, let it dry out, and it's good to go again.
Thank you. See? Hey, to your point, I just learned something totally new.
He just
You
let
guys
everybody,
should just toss
he
it.
just let everybody know a little secret because then you won't come back to
Hey,
Buy any more Vita
I
packs.
grabbed two last night.
Cutting sales right there. Hey, but hold on. I have an issue with the big brother. I have an issue.
What big brother?
Right. Don't ever go to the DR and not call me. Don't ever not call me for the DR, right? Don't ever.
He's not allowed to
That's-
go.
that's-
He is not allowed to go.
That is strictly business. Strictly
And while you
business.
doing that, I'll make sure everything else is taken care of. But this one,
I think that the Undefeated Ghosts should all take a trip together, all of us, to go. We need to go in June. Larry, can we? I know you got to hook up down there because we need a mansion. We got to get a mansion. Rick has to have his own room. So we're
everybody
gonna
will have their own.
9 room. We need a cook.
We too old
got
to have our own room.
It's all
Solo,
set.
I already know for sure that one thing that you ain't gonna share is a room, brother.
Damn right.
I understand that.
It's set.
Right,
So,
all right,
take care.
right.
So Flo,
Yes, sir.
Roger's been to our new factory before I've been.
Oh, he ain't invite nobody.
Nobody.
Oh man, look. Hey, y'all. What you guys have to understand is I'm a businessman, right?
We all businessmen.
Yo, are you serious? Did you just say
yeah, I
that?
just said that. Yeah.
You just said
Hey.
Jay-Z learned
That's what he said. He said we all business. Like he the only businessman in this room. Like we ain't all businessmen, man. Gotta keep it chippy, man.
Okay.
When you guys keep talking, hold on 1 second, freeze. Hey, shout out to Vintage Cigar Room. Make sure you guys make it out there. It's open 7 days a week, or is it just 6 days a week?
7 days.
It's 7 days a week because there's one time you guys are not open on Mondays, but you're open. Open 7 days a week. We open up at 11 o'clock each and every day. You can get your membership. The memberships are
$40 a month.
$40 a month. Only $40 a month. So you're in the Glenside area, along with the Cheltenham area, and you're looking for a great place to go smoke a cigar. Make sure y'all go to Vintage Cigar Room. It's only $40 a month. Roger with the hat. He's gonna go hook you up today. Go ahead. I apologize.
Roger is the businessman.
Yes,
He's paying for everybody with the DR.
that's right.
Facts.
Because he's a businessman.
And we're going on a private plane. We got a private plane.
Well,
Well,
now,
to me-
y'all
to
got to
me,
call
that's-
Jay-Z for that.
That's all.
I can't help you with that one.
Yeah, that's all advertising.
That's a business expense that's written off.
Right.
Keep it up, Gary. I want it chippy. Keep going.
Yeah. So
Keep going.
it's all good.
So, hey, Rick, I want to ask you one quick question to go back to moisturizing cigars. So one of the tricks that I use to bring my cigars back, because when you travel, you go pick some up. If you're out of the country, you bring some back. Sometimes they're a little dry. So one of the things that I did was I take a cloth. I went to Cuba, brought a lot back. How do you hook up to Cuba? Pat, pause.
No.
Man.
Oh no, actually, I
So
I got two.
So what I did was a big Ziploc bag, put soaked a paper towel in distilled water, set it aside from it, let it sit, zipped it up, and let it sit for like a day or two, and it really brought back all the moisture. Is that something that can be done as well, or is that something you would stay away from?
Absolutely. And one of the things that when Francisco was talking about keeping your humidor, seasoned and everything else, and taking care of your cigars, you got to rotate your cigars in the humidor.
Right.
You gotta rotate them.
Yes.
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Solo. You didn't know that.
You got to rotate.
Even Larry does that, man. You gotta rotate your cigars, brother.
But Francisco will tell you, I don't have to rotate my cigars because I smoke them too fast.
I understand that. That's
So I'll tell you another
Season
thing
it?
too.
You got to see the humidor before you put the cigars in.
How you do that?
It's the
How you
poor
do
man's
that?
humidor. You know what it is?
You got
Tupperware.
to
Yeah, Tupperware works well.
I use Tupperware for like when I have samples.
Dude, act like
I
you
go
got
out
a
on the road.
You ain't got no
I put a Vita pack in there. They're airtight.
They're airtight.
So I use them and they're great. And they're even great for bringing back your cigars, believe it or not. But what you want to do?
You can bring back cigars.
Yeah, you can.
Well,
You can.
I got a couple people on this panel I like to bring back.
Stipulations to that, though.
But one of the things you got to,
All of a sudden now, let me talk to the doctor. I ain't asking you. I'm asking the doctor. I know, and Gary do know his stuff, man. You gotta lean on Gary differently because you think you know everything and whatever the case may be. But he's giving us some good stuff. I didn't know that you can bring back packs and you can bring back cigars. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Okay.
So I have so it's a couple things for.
Don't stop.
When you're coming back from Cuba, because you're not.
Have you been?
Since we changed, yes, I have.
Okay.
So
Hey, did you call me? Did you call Norm? Did you call anybody? Take you going to Cuba?
I called you.
No, so understand my trip. My trip to Cuba was with my lady, so no, I didn't call none of y'all. But
Shout out to your lady.
Shout out to Steph.
Hey Steph. Hey sis. Shout out to all the silhouettes out there, y'all.
But the thing about it is though, when you have to watch. When Obama was in office, it was a little bit stretched. So you can bring back a little bit more. When Trump came in office, it narrowed back down again.
Okay.
So you were only allowed to bring back a certain number under Trump. I think it was 50 or below. With Barack, we were allowed to bring back close to 100. I kind of brought back about 150, but I put 75 in Steph's bag, and I brought back 75.
I got you.
Oh, so you turned her into a smuggler.
They call it a mule.
So when you was
I
down there,
said
What they call
smuggler.
it?
I didn't say mule. You called him a mule. That's not cool. You're not invited to the cookout now. You're not-
Yo,
you're not
Taco!
invited to the
Taco
cookout.
Tuesday!
Smuggler, you called her a mule.
Taco! Taco! Taco, how you gonna sit there and say anything about? Yeah, don't say that.
listen, you trying to say smuggler,
I'm trying to say that.
and when I went to Cuba, I took Nadine. So it's
Shout out, hey Nadine. How you doing, Nadine?
What's up, Nadine?
I don't look at eye candy, period.
But you know,
Cut his mic off.
But you know she ain't called Nadine no mule either.
Somebody got a shovel?
Oh my God.
When bringing the cigar back, you take it out of the wrapper.
I do.
Yes.
That's the question I have though when it comes to the humidor. You were talking about rotation and everything. Regardless of bringing it back just straight,
Right.
you take like we get all of these nice vintage cigars right now. When you go home, you put them in your humidor. You take them out of the
I take
wrapper.
them out the
I
wrapper.
do too. Yeah.
Okay.
I take them out the wrapper because for me, it allows the entire cigar to absorb the moisture in there, right?
Mhm.
And then it helps with the rotation and everything else.
Okay. So how often do you rotate?
I rotate mine probably every couple of weeks or so,
Okay.
like every 2 weeks or so. I check it. I check it about 2 or 3 times a week, but then I'll rotate them like every 2 weeks or so.
Gotcha. So you just turn them over like
Yep.
this.
Yep.
But the giant, the thing called a cooler door, which I have. Some ladies, and I always mess up the window. The cooler door is still water on the bottom, same concept. Yeah, cooler door. Instead of using a wine refrigerator, yeah, my cooler door.
You're looking really great today.
I appreciate it. I'm on one today.
I
Well, at
mean,
least he's not in his normal camouflage.
I know.
Like he's
I
ready to
got
go
it
to
in the
war.
car. In case we don't get that rent. I
oh, you remember that, right? We gotta have a meeting about that. Yeah. What's the name of the radio station
I
again?
don't know.
They better have that money. Yo, Goose, they better have that money. You ain't lying. Larry, do you rotate the cigars inside of your humidors? Okay, how often do you do it?
Like
Once a month.
And I season my humidor, spray them down, wipe them out, let them dry. I do it once a month.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Virginia State University.
Shout out to Delaware State.
Delaware State.
Right.
Shout out to
Washington State.
Washington State, Virginia State,
Shout out,
Delaware State,
shout out to Cal State Division.
Cal State. Shout out to Cal State.
Final 8 right now. That's right. Division 2 Final 8. Yeah, that's how we play.
They're gonna get knocked off today.
University.
Lock Haven in the
and
building.
University of Pittsburgh.
Okay, University of Pittsburgh. Shout out to Norristown Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. They'll be coming to the a camera in about 10-15 minutes, so stay tuned. Go ahead. Did you have a question for Vince? All right, go ahead, man. I apologize.
Fire away.
Go ahead.
So when you started your cigar group, what made you get into the business?
Did he just take my
Okay.
question?
No, you had a whole different
That's-
question.
that's
Go ahead.
That's a very interesting question. First of all, the cigar room was already established before I became a partner. So they've been open for 2 years prior to that. I served 28 years in the Army. I just retired in December.
Shout
And
out.
so
Thank you for your service.
Appreciate your service, dude.
So what he won't tell you is he was over there in the desert for a couple tours. So he's been a little humble.
Yeah,
But Raj
so-
was over there for a couple tours in the desert.
So yeah, no, yeah. So I spent some time. The last rotation I was in Iraq. I got injured, hurt my knee, my shoulder. So when I came back, I had to spend 8 months at Fort Belvoir. I was supposed to get surgery and everything. And because of the rank I was at, they felt they were paying me too much money for doing nothing. So they sent me home, told me to go to the VA because I was going to retire. So I said, no problem. By that time, I had an opportunity to work at DLA. That went away because I was down in Fort Belvoir. Rick and my partner Ivan, they reached out to me while I was in Iraq. Said, "Hey, you're interested in coming in, partner with us?" And I said, "As an investor or a partner?" They said, "Partner." And I said, "Okay." So when I came back, that's what we did. We opened up the doors August 27th, and the pandemic, it was hard, but I've always smoked cigars.
Wait, that's give it up for the business owner.
So one of the things that, I've also worked at corporate America for 25 years with different companies, and I always felt like I could own my own business. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And so this, people say sometimes, God put things in your life or whatever, opportunities, and this is just kind of how it happened. It wasn't like a long, drawn-out process. It wasn't something that I put a whole lot of thought into, but I knew I liked cigars. I knew I would enjoy it, and so I invested my money, became a partner, and we're in the process. We got our own blend. We got 5 great blends here. We're ready to expand. Space next door to us. So a lot of good things are happening in the cigar room. But I got to give a shout out to our members, because our members, we have 90 members in the cigar room, 90 members, and they come in every week, every day, and support the business. So I got to give a shout out to them, because without them, we wouldn't be where we are.
Fellas, give a shout out to all the members of Venice Cigar Room. Is there any way, real quick, can you play Raji with the hat and please explain all the different blends that you have here? Usually we let people go around the front. You can pick and choose. Since you're an older member, cap outside than I, you're more than welcome to do it from there. But whatever the case may be.
No, I can do it from here.
Okay,
So,
all right.
So I'm gonna start off with this first one. This is the quad, right? This one here. Some of you guys have this one, and some of you got the Churchill Maduro. But this was a quad. It's got a Brazilian wrapper, right? We call it quad because it's got 4 Ligeros in it. It's got Ecuadorian binder, and it's got Ecuadorian Ligero. It's got Pennsylvania broadleaf Ligero. It's got Nicaraguan Ligero and Dominican Ligero too. So this is a pretty strong cigar, but it's got a lot of flavor to it. Very smooth. If you're smoking it, did you get the quad?
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
that's the point.
Okay. And then next one I have here is this is the Churchill Maduro. This one here has a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, right? It's got Nicaraguan filler, and this one has an Ecuadorian binder. This one here has hints of dark chocolate, dark coffee, and a little bit of dry oak. This one here is our Torpedo. This is the baby brother to the Churchill. It has a Mexican San Andreas wrapper as well. It's got Ecuadorian binder, but this one has Dominican filler. So this has hints of dark chocolate, dark coffee, and dry fruit. Next is Barbacoa. This one. What?
I just no. Wait. For the record, did you say dry fruit?
Yeah.
It has fruit in it. All right. No, I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to set the record straight. The Torpedo.
All right.
That's the vegan cigar.
So I'll make sure you get one before I leave.
Did you hear the whole vegan thing?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. I apologize. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
So this one here's a Barbacoa, has a Dominican Maduro wrapper. This one has a Dominican binder, and this has Dominican and Cuban filler. This is a very smooth cigar. It's a medium to full body. A lot of people like this because it just has that nice, have a bitter aftertaste to it, very smooth.
All the way through.
And then finally, we have the Colubre.
Is that your favorite?
I had the opportunity to smoke 2 of them.
Okay.
I love that.
Yes.
Tell me how you're supposed to smoke that.
So you can smoke this as a whole,
Yes.
and that's how I smoke.
And that's how I smoke.
Right. So you just pull a little ribbon off right here. You cut the tip, right, and you light it, and you smoke it.
That's a great cigar.
And
like
this has Dominican, Nicaraguan, and Cuban filler. It's got a Corojo wrapper. We call this a Trace Amigos because it's 3 new 5 and 5, 3 of us. So this one is a Trace Amigos.
I gotta have that one too.
So pass that over here.
There you go.
Thank you. No, not two.
He don't even smoke.
Say mine. We gotta. If that's the case, we gotta go in years then.
That's why I got mine.
Ooh.
Because my Sands hooked me up.
Who's your Sands?
85.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Check your tone and watch your conduct.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to G.
Who? Say it one more time. Point to the guy you
Regulators,
talking
mount
to.
up.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to G.
Regulators, mount up.
That's so crazy.
You're right, but
They sit right behind you.
You cut me off before I could finish.
don't cut him off.
What I'm saying is 87 comes after 85, but it's
Right.
before 96.
That's
it's
right.
before
Get it right.
everything else.
Don't even say his
So
year.
all I'm saying
Don't even
is-
say his year.
that's
Kev,
what I'm
I got
saying.
you.
Don't cut me off, family. You know how.
Come on,
That's
man.
all.
We're brothers.
Come on, Kev.
That's all. Oh no, now we brothers. Nah, we want to fight. I want to fight. I don't want. Don't try to go sim it up now. I want to fight.
Hey,
85 and 87. I want to fight.
There's been many. There's been many.
Yeah, look, he did take it.
There will be no fight because 85 comes before
I
87.
gotta get my point through. Now, many people don't try to come between me and my brother.
Who's older between the two?
I am.
Okay, just say
A couple of weeks.
Who?
A couple of weeks.
Now, I don't care if it's a day, an hour, a minute.
Who's older?
As long as I've known him,
That's what I
I'm
say.
older
It
than
don't
you.
matter.
I'm older than you. I'm older than you. We was online at the same time. Shit.
But I crossed
Come
some
on.
sands before he did. That makes me what? Say it. Young boy, repeat after me. Say it.
Who's young bull?
Next question.
He younger than me. He my young boy.
He said next one.
I was right about the vegan cigar. Here we go.
You were.
You were right.
So all I'm saying is,
Vegan-ish.
technically, I would get the next one, and then everything flows after that. Flows.
Flows.
After that.
Say it
See how
again.
I did that?
Everything
See how I did that?
flows.
After me.
I only brought 5 today.
That's
so
cool.
if
It's
you wanna-
fine. It's
If you
cool.
want to pick one up,
I don't.
you come by Venice Cigar Room.
Ah.
The brother, I don't have to worry about it because I got mine.
Boom.
I got mine.
And I got mine.
I got mine.
I'm like the last
Oh, excuse me. You got what?
Mine.
Give it up. Give it up.
Hey,
Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
All right.
What about the brothers over there? We got 2 brothers over there.
It don't matter. They younger than all of us.
He said it don't matter. They young. They're young bucks.
They don't like to see me nervous.
They're
You
young
understand
bucks.
that, right?
They don't want that at all.
Yeah.
So big shout out again to Venice Cigar Room, man. Open 7 days a week. Shout out to Ivan along with Pretty Rick. Yay! Lambda in the
That's
house.
Rick.
Slick Rick, shout out to you, man.
That's my boy.
We need everybody. Now, the reason why we started this podcast along with the Undefeated Goats, man, put your hands together for the Undefeated Goats podcast. Number one, put your hands together. It's very important. So, Rick, the reason why we do this, Rick, is because when we talk about a cigar, if we talk about a cutter, if we talk about a punch, if we talk about a lighter, right? You guys have to go out and get it. That's the reason why we do the podcast. Anything that we talk about, all the great people that we have on here. And guys, just to let y'all know, and girls that are watching, we have a whole audience in here. We have a whole full audience. Everyone's watching Villanova. Shout out to Villanova in the building. Shout out to everybody. I am, in fact, the Undefeated Goats, guys. Everybody, if you're in the audience right now, make some noise, please. Make some noise. Guys, we are going to hand out some more cigars, so don't go nowhere. Get ready. We're going to hand out some more cigars. So thank you guys for coming and supporting the Undefeated Goats podcast each and every Sunday, sometimes on Tuesday. But I'm telling you guys right now, go out right now and get your DBL cigars and get your Vintage Cigar Room cigars, man. Go out, see my man, Roger with the hat. Make sure you let him know that you were watching the podcast on social media, either your Android or your iPhone.
We here.
And
We
Android
here.
in the building.
We here.
Android, dude.
We here.
That's right.
Hey, Will, that's one for Flo.
Oh,
security, please.
yeah. Security on the set.
Security. If you have an Android phone, hold your Android phone up, please. Your Android.
Excuse me. I ain't got to hold mine up because mine is taking photos remotely.
That is.
Photos by Solo remotely.
that is
Hey,
very-
question: do your Androids still catch on fire?
Yes, they do.
Not at all.
Never.
Yes, they do.
Never.
Not at all.
Yes, they do.
Are your contacts still in order
Can your
after that update? No.
Oh no, my contacts are still in order.
Excuse me. Let's get back to business. Get back to business. Hey, I got a question, Roger, with the hat. What's the website? Because I mean, you rocking that nice vintage T-shirt.
It's like it's not a pink. That's like a velvet color. It's like a
smooth like velvet.
Smooth like velvet.
Oh, excuse me. This
Show
is Sunday and my man.
Show 'em the coffee.
It's
plum. The plum. Little
It's
plum.
plum.
I like that, man.
Yeah. So what's the so people can grab them T-shirts because I stopped through and grabbed a nice one. So
all right. So website. And actually, we just launched a new website.
Okay.
So it's www.vintagecigarroom.com.
All right, look slower. Justin, can you put that up there, please? www.vintagecigarroom.com.
Spelled out each word.
Each word.
Yep.
That's what's up.
And could somebody please grab Goose for me so I can get you guys more cigars? Could somebody go on the front and please grab Goose for me, please?
One of the things I want to say about our website also, so as we were getting ready to prepare for expansion and looking at the growth in our business, how could we bring our website up to and past our expansion? So we had a website developer sit down with us. So our website now has, you go on the homepage, you see everything that's going on. We have a monthly bids tab. We have online ordering. Just hired somebody to come in and they're going to be doing that. We're working on the inventory to put everything online so we can do the online ordering. But the back office of this new website allows us to do all the things that we need to do now and 5-10 years from now. And so that's what we're excited about. So when you go on the website, scroll down to the bottom, there's a little subscription. And you put in your name and email, hit send. It automatically downloads your information into
your database.
My database. And then we can, I see that looks good. That's the home page right there.
Hey, shout out to our producer, man, Justin. We call him Just Ice. Put your hands together for Justin. He does a great job. I told you, man, this is one of the best podcasts ever.
Right. So right now.
So you had the ability to purchase cigars and everything?
Yes.
Or basically a virtual.
Who took your pictures for your website?
Dane.
All right.
Rick's LD.
Rick Sands.
Yeah, Sands.
This is
down in Maryland.
Dane Bryant.
Dane Bryant, yeah.
There's way too many photographers and members of Capital
we got you covered no matter where you are.
Right.
He's down in Maryland.
Just letting you know that. Okay.
Dane Bryant.
Okay. All right,
That's the
deference order. Go ahead, G.
What do you want?
I want to know a question about Vintage Cigar Room, any of the cigars, any of the locations. Have you been there? What's your best experience? Because I know we've done some Friday night. Shout out to the ladies' night. I know you guys do that. Shout out to the Reds, all the members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Your wife's a Delta. Shout out to all the Deltas. Shout out to all the fraternities and sororities that come out and they go and they support Vintage Cigar Room, right? Okay. Go ahead, G.
Real quick. So one real quick thing. I'd like to shout out the MU chapter, University of Pittsburgh. They just celebrated their centennial. Delta Sigma Thetas, the sisters up in Pittsburgh right now, partying a little bit and celebrating their 100 years of existence on the University of Pittsburgh.
Chapter celebration. Put your hands together for that, y'all.
100 years. Undergrad chapter.
Undergrad.
But the one thing, yes, I have been to Vintage. I do enjoy it because I know the brothers that run it, so that makes my visit there much more enjoyable. It's a great space. Now, the one thing I want to step out to, last time I was actually there, Roger in the hat, he took me to the other side.
Roger with the hat.
Roger with the hat.
Okay,
in the hat.
It's okay. With.
And the hat.
With.
The hat.
Don't worry about it.
So anyway, he took me over to the next side and their expansion. I'm very, very happy to the fact that they are growing and expanding. I can't wait till it gets open because that adds a whole nother feel and look to what they're trying to do over there. So Roger, can you give us a little bit of background on when that is probably going to come to fruition?
Yes. So right now we got two general contractors working on some construction design plans, which we have to submit to the township, Abington Township. And that process is going to take 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm waiting for the second estimate. Got the first estimate, and in talking to both of them, obviously separate meetings. They said it's going to take about 90 days to do the work. The only major construction or major thing that we're doing there is we're going to put a door from existing lounge to the next side, and then we're having a walk-in humidor built in the back. Everything else is pretty much kind of cosmetic. We're going to have a performance stage. We're going to have live music. We're going to do that. We're going to be able to seat up to about 50 people next door, which is double what we're doing now. So we'll take our seating capacity just on a day-to-day basis, 75 to 25 to 75.
Nice.
And then we're going to have 150 new lockers. We currently have 37. So we're going to pick up another 150 lockers for membership. We're going to have a bar seating area in the back with a little pantry because we have events right now. We bring food in. We have in-house caterer, Raven Eats. She brings the food in on members only night every Tuesday. We're having the pantry kind of kitchen area back there will allow us to send food. And we're going to have espresso coffee, a barista station back there in the back. Because, we do cigar and coffee the second Saturday of the month from 10 to 2. So that's going to help us with that process. And, the whole vision is the three of us sitting down talking about like what we want to do. And Ivan's nephew, he's a drummer. He's in the music industry. He's got a Grammy. I mean, this kid is, he's doing his thing, and he's offered to, assist us with the live performance stuff and bringing in, quality talent and everything else. So, we're looking forward. We're excited. It's taking a little bit longer than what we thought. Materials, that's another thing we have to, that plays an equation with the pandemic and everything else that's happened, cost of materials. So we're trying to manage through all that stuff right now, but we're just about done with that piece of it. And then the township will take the plans and run with it. And so we're looking at late July, early August, or no later than the end of August. We should be open.
Well, I think you need to check with Philly, South Philly Rick. He knows a guy.
Yeah, he can get all your process jumped up real quick.
Hey,
Those 90 days.
Hey, he already told me. We the other night, he's like, hey, Rod, whatever you need, I'll phone call.
That's the guy.
I know a guy.
Montgomery County, I know a guy.
Yeah, I know a guy. I know a guy. They know a guy.
I know a girl.
Deference order. Solo, go ahead, brother.
Roger, I got a question because you brought it up. You said your coffee Saturdays.
Yep, second Saturdays.
Okay.
Second Saturday.
What is your lineup? Because I know that you have like first Fridays with the ladies.
Yeah. So kind of how our events go. So during the week we have cigar and vinyl, right? That's every Wednesday night, cigar and vinyl from 7 to 10. If you got some old vinyl you want to bring it out.
Vinyl is before CDs.
There you go.
Vinyl is
There we go.
For people that didn't know, vinyl is before CDs.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So Wednesday night, you bring your vinyl in, 7 to 10. It's a great look. We get a lot of people come in for that. We play everything from, Bob Marley, Marvin Gaye. We got
If you got the vinyl.
Whatever you got, bring it. We don't care.
If you got vinyl,
If you got vinyl, bring it.
Yeah.
We'll play it for you.
I have a question, Gary.
Hold up, he's not finished talking. Please.
He is.
That's
Are
on
you
Wednesday.
finished?
He's not finished.
All right.
He's not finished.
All right. Go ahead. Finish your lineup.
The first Friday of the month is Ladies First
Suck
Friday.
a duck.
So I give a shout out to Flo because when we opened up in August of 20 and no one knew we were open, Flo came in, we talked, and he said, "Hey, let's do this." He was in there every Friday night.
Oh, you didn't call me?
And it helped.
Roger, did he
get
bring
the word
vinyl?
out.
He didn't bring vinyl though, did he?
Tell me.
No,
But I
did
know he
his
put his thing down.
He did his thing.
He did his
Hey,
thing.
listen, hey, me and him like that was,
I don't doubt that.
Hey,
Me and Flo get
that was
down.
awesome.
You know.
Because a lot of times it's just me and Flo was in there Friday night. It was just me and him. So we got it going and kicked it off. So we got this coffee second Saturday of the month. Now we have Greek night. So we have right now we've been doing the Alpha's the second Friday, Kappa's the third Friday, and Omega the fourth Friday. But we're changing it. We're changing it to just Greek night. So everybody
just do
come.
D9.
Just do just a D9, and we gotta fix that. But that's what we're going to.
You said D8?
D9.
Oh, okay.
I know where you're going. I ain't seen,
No, you
I ain't
don't.
seen none of them guys either.
No, you
so-
don't. You don't know. You don't know where he's about to start his stuff, man. Shout out to all the members of Iota Phi Theta. Shout out to all the members of Omega Psi Phi. Shout out all the members of
What can Brown do?
Phi Beta Sigma.
Exactly.
Shout out to all the alphas, man. Shout out to all the fraternities and the sororities
I
and the
didn't know
Divine
UPS was a
Nine.
frat.
All right.
All right, Roger. With the
Uncle Nearest. I don't say a word.
Wait. It's yo. Wait. Nah. Wait.
That wasn't for you. That
It's
was for him.
it's deference order. You're not next. So I'm asking you, question. What do we have to do to get 28 black? We need 28 black inside a vintage cigar room, especially when you open up the other side. Vintage, 28 black has over 28 hours of energy. It's vegan.
That's right.
It's vegan. Andre, it's vegan. It's vegan. It's vegan. It has no taurine in it. So if anyone says, "Oh, when I drink energy drinks, does it make my heart want to pop out?" No, it doesn't do that. No taurine in it. It has no crash. Okay. And for all you fellas out there, man, she'll love it too. 28 black. Make sure you drink it. I mean, you can drink it in order to go work out. Rick, tell them about the situation that you had with 28 black. How I hooked you up with 28 black. You went home the next day. Tell them what happened about 28. If you can move up close so they can hear you in the microphone, I greatly appreciate you, Rick. Tell them about your.
Yeah, Flo turned me on to 28 black, so I told him my wife, she works out almost every day, and she drinks these energy drinks. So I brought her some home, and I got up like 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and I was dragging. So I seen one left in the refrigerator. So I wolfed it down. I went to the gym and I worked out like a champion.
Everybody, give it up for 28 black, y'all.
All right. Yeah. I thought he was going to discuss that extra 4 hours. Yeah.
I'm gonna go there. Get ahead, Nard. It's your turn. 2000s is in the building. Get ahead.
So how has vintage been received by the community?
It's been great. I think going back to 20, when we did a virtual podcast initially with Smoke Easy Blog, Malik Cobb, who's also new. He's a cigar tobacconist, and from that podcast, Carolina Blue, the owner Chris Moore and Eric Bay, who's also a frat, he's Black Star Line. They were watching the podcast. They reached out to me immediately right after that. How can we get our sticks in vintage? And I hadn't spoke to any of their product, but there were two brothers. They was reaching out. I said, brought everything, brought the whole lineup in. And then during Philly Cigar Week, that was kind of epic for us because we had events, cut and light events. In that 5-day period, we had 6 events. We had one each night, and then we had 2 on Saturday. And a lot of people that came in from out of town, they were going down to Kavanaugh's, and they were like, "Where's Francisco at? Where's Eric Bay from Black Star Line? That vintage." So by Wednesday, people were coming up to Glenside. We had to put the canopies outside, and the community just embraced us. It put us on the map.
Can I ask a question? And I'm going to let Rick go next because Rick might have a question, even though he answers a lot of questions. But we're going to go Rick, and then we're going to go Super OG Larry, and then we're going to end up with Andre the Giant. Is there any way for this year that we do like a guild as far as during that week? I don't want to say the name, but during that week where we just go out and we support the lounges and we support the cigars. So I'm gonna let Larry talk, and I want you to go and talk about that. I'm gonna go and throw the mic your way. During that week, I would love for people, white, black, purple, pink, I don't care what color you are, I don't care how Irish you are, I don't care, because we are all brothers in here and sisters, and we just love this to smoke the leaf. But I would love to go and represent other different lounges along with all my brothers here. All my brothers here at Goose's, make some noise again in the back. So I would love to show up. We get a party bus. Larry has party bus access. So there's Andre. They have party bus. So we get on a party bus, man. We're smoking cigars over there. We go to Light It Up. We go to Vintage. We go and we just go support the leaf. We're going to have pizza there. We're going to have sandwiches there. We're going to have vegetarian Strombolis there. And we're going to have 28 black there. Larry, could you please talk about how you would like to see the Cigar Week go and the things that you would like to do at Light It Up for all the Clifton Height members? Also, just to let you know, Larry has 24-hour access now. So put your hands together for that. 24-hour. So we're growing from Goose's to Vintage to Light It Up. Larry, they have 24-hour access. So I think the membership's only $75, but
Nope.
I'm sorry. $100. Okay. Go ahead. I'll let you talk. Go ahead.
For that week you're talking about.
Okay. Shout out to, because it's your anniversary,
It's my birthday.
birthday weekend.
Birthday
Birthday weekend. Shout out to your birthday weekend.
Dates of what?
Yeah, that
week-
Wednesday to Sunday, whatever that is.
what
That's
is
like
it,
the
13th to the 19th.
13th to the 19th. 13th to
that
the
week.
19th.
If you had an Apple, you would have been able to find that out real quick.
Oh, I had that in my phone already.
Okay.
Chippy.
No, it's an Android.
Oh, it's Android. Excuse me. Okay.
So we're gonna set that up. I'm gonna let you talk about it, but I'm gonna let you guys know. You too, Rick. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna set up something. Norristown Alumni Chapter, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're gonna go and support other lounges, and we're gonna. I think I know some DJs too, so we're gonna get some live music, and we're gonna push the cigars. Get ahead,
Hey,
Larry.
last year during that time, my man Andre the Giant was at the place DJing during that week.
Tore it up too, didn't he?
Tore it up.
Tore it up.
Came in with the lights and everything.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tore it up.
The lights on the website.
Here we go. I'm down with it. I'm down with it, even though I'm not going to be in town.
Are you gonna be going the whole week?
I mean, for the weekend. I mean, I'll be there during the week, but weekend comes,
Maybe
I'm
we
going.
can. Right. Maybe we can have a jump off party. Wednesday and Thursday, right, at his spot, right. And then we go to his spot, and then we go to right.
Yeah.
Right.
we can do that. Start on Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday's
Start on
better.
Start on
Thursday's a whole lot better.
Okay.
Yeah, come out. I mean, me and Roger has done something in the past
Okay.
where his members came down to my lounge, hung out, had a great time, and then our members went to his lounge and had a great time. Smoked it up, drank, had a great time.
Yep.
I mean, we've done it before with other lounges. We've done it with lounges from Baltimore.
Okay.
They came in. They came to Kay's. They came to our lounge, and then we ended up going to Baltimore the following week, hanging out.
Nice.
Nice.
And my members have also been in Delaware, going to East Square.
Nice.
So we have no problems with that. We travel.
Let's do it. We're gonna put it together. So we'll meet with that after the podcast today. We're gonna put that week together so we go out and we support other people's lounges. Rick,
Good.
any questions about vintage or any of the cigars or
No,
the great?
We're in Gooses. I do want to mention when I first got in the business 4 years ago, Goose's Lounge was one of the preferred places I visited. Sat down and talked with John. I want to give John a shout out because he sat down with me. He was giving me some guidance. He was giving me customers I should call on. You know, for those that don't know, the Goose man, he's been in this
He's
industry
a
for
legend.
years.
He's a legend.
He's the walking legend.
And the more people I talk with, you know, I just, you know, heartfelt thank you, man, because he, even though he has his own lounge, he's always out to help other lounges, man. So I just
Yes,
want to give
definitely.
John a shout out, man.
Let's give him a shout out.
I got to piggyback off what Rick just said about John because I had the same experience. One of the things, because you know we live right up the road,
Right up the road.
right up the road, and
Don't go to his house, all right?
We could do that.
Flo said, "Hey man, I got to take you up there to meet my man Goose." And so I came up here, and he opened up his doors. We sat down, we talked. I asked him gave a lot of insight about the business, how to run a lounge, be successful, how to be profitable, all the things that people don't realize what goes on behind the scenes into running a successful business. And he talked about his place here and the other things that he's doing, and it really brought a lot of information and just insight for me that has helped me. And I talk to Goose all the time. I come up here, been up here several times, but there was a time where I couldn't get certain cigars or whatever from a wholesaler. Hey Goose, I need this, I need that. Hey Roger, got you. Come on up, and he's helped me in that way. He's been down to our spot several times, and he's a great guy. And I just gotta piggyback off what Rick said. He's truly about helping other people and other businesses in the league. So.
And he's here today, so we will bring him to the microphone and bring him to the camera before the end of this podcast. Dre,
Oh, it's my turn.
yeah, it's your turn.
I'll be waiting. Slow down, go.
Say the best for last. Best for last.
Rock
Oh,
out.
man.
Yeah, you got 30 seconds, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm getting ready. I'm getting in about 15. So, Roger with the hat. One of the things we were talking about, vinyl night.
Oh, sugar honey iced
So if you
tea.
just bring your vinyl, you can just play your vinyl on your record player.
Yeah, we got a record player there. We got a whole system for that. So
Oh,
just bring the vinyl in and we just play.
So
Do
bring
you
it
have a
out,
record
so
player
you-
or a
hold on,
turntable? 'Cause you can't.
Excuse me. Don't cut him off.
Hold on.
We're talking.
Hold
Don't
on.
do that.
We're talking over here. So are you bringing your vinyl or you bringing your 45?
Hold on, Mr. Vegan.
You bringing your 45s or you bringing your full vinyl?
I got 45s too.
Okay,
dog.
I just want
All
to
right.
make sure.
I'm talking to Roger with that.
Okay, I'm just asking a question.
So notice I said record player. I
Right.
didn't say no turntable.
I didn't say turntable.
So I want to see how old school you are.
Well, I don't want to
Shut
put my vinyl on no record player unless you got a nickel on top of the needle.
This guy.
If y'all gonna go old school, let's go real old school
What's
now.
he talking? He don't know.
Well,
He
your
don't.
records must be scratched up because that's why you need a nickel on a needle.
Nah, that was them cheap
No.
behind. That was them cheap
No, it
behind
wasn't.
turntables
No,
or record
no,
record
no,
players
no,
back
no,
then.
No.
I'm just
No.
here for mediation.
Look at that. So
So-
what night?
so-
What night is that again?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, 7 to 10.
So this is what you should do on Wednesday night. Whoever brings the most vinyl
Okay.
gets the more spins.
I got you.
No.
No.
I think that's fair.
No.
I think that's fair.
No. Whoever brings the best vinyl.
Oh.
Of course.
Because first of all, the average Joe has the average stuff.
Oh,
You're a DJ, so you have some unique stuff that
right.
people are going to.
exactly.
So
I'm gonna win.
Yo,
Right.
I'm gonna
So
win.
you are-
Say it
you're
again.
trying to set the table.
I'm gonna win.
excuse me. Turn the volume down. When you're talking to me.
Turn the volume down. Turn the damn volume down, Giant.
All right, so I'm only joking. And I really got a serious question here. So Vintage opened up in 2018.
Yep.
So where do you see Vintage future moving forward?
Great question, because we talked about this. So we're looking at hopefully franchising. That's we go down to DR every 3 months. We have El Maestro Wayne Ventura, who worked with Davidoff for 25 years, who does our blends. Great sticks, recognized by other master blenders who have. When I go down there, I've had different people smoke our sticks, so I'm very confident in our sticks and the blends that we have. And so we've been approached by some other folks from down south about franchising. One's in Florida and another one in Georgia. So those some things that are just has happened the last couple of months. So that's kind of we like to see and actually we'd like to open the Vintage too somewhere in the Philadelphia area.
Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for John Geeks Goose. Goose, we got a chance and opportunity, man, to have some great guests today, man. Thank you so much for coming out of the Bat Cave and joining us today, man. But Roger with the hat. Goose, we came up with, just to give you a whole bunch of recap, on it was April, right? April 13th to the 18th. June, I'm sorry, Goose. June 13th to the 18th. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's called Cigar Week. And we're going to do something here at Goose's Lounge. We're going to do something that light it up. We're going to do something at Vintage Cigar Room. And we're going to pick one or two other cigar lounges who we deal with. And we're going to have members come out. Andre the Giant, along with, the real DJs, along with Justin, myself, DJ Flo. We're going to provide the music, and we're going to have a great time. And we're going to go and promote other cigar sticks. What you feel about that?
I love it.
Love it, man. You got some great guys here. Hey, put our hands together again for Rick, along with Roger with the hat, for coming out and representing for us today. Your phone?
So you took my question in a way. I wasn't done. I'm still up. Right? All right, right?
Right, Andrew.
I'm still got the floor.
Okay, go ahead.
You do it.
All right. So, Roger with the hat. I told Larry this before. As a black business owner myself, I love to see black men in business doing well. I've watched Larry grow his business. I met one of your partners before. Had the opportunity to smoke what's the 3 cigars?
The Colubre.
Yeah,
Trace
I had the
Amigos.
opportunity. I love that cigar. I admire you guys for doing what you do. So keep up the good work. Continue doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
You guys seem to be very successful at what you're doing. But when are me and Flo getting a knife?
Talk about it after this.
No, but
I mean,
thank you so much.
yeah.
I really appreciate your sticks, and they really are very tasteful. And make sure I'm getting a couple and smoke some more.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So, Rick, I'm on number 2.
Number 2.
He's rolling today.
Yeah, I'm rolling in. I'll be asleep by 8 o'clock.
Uncle Nearest got the best of it.
Not yet.
No, drink one of these, you'll be awake.
Hey, good plug. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you, Rick.
Good job, Rick. 28 Black, baby. Y'all know how we do. 28 Black coming to a cigar lounge, a club, a bar, a restaurant near you. 28 Black has over 28 hours of energy. That extra 4 hours after 24, man, she'll love it too. Hey, it has no taurine in it, has no crash, and it's all vegan. So even Gary, aka G Money, he can drink this. Anytime you go and you get a Stromboli and it's not cheesesteak, it don't got ham in it, it don't got pepperoni in it, don't got nothing like that. I don't know about a vegan Stromboli, but hey, 28 Black, you can wash it down with anything. So make sure you get 28 Black right here. All right.
Look here, black olives, spinach, mushrooms,
Nobody want that.
onions, with a little
Like
bit of
you-
broccoli in
you-
there with the cheese. That thing is slamming when you throw a little sauce on top. See, when you have people who don't really understand how to eat properly,
Vegan cigar. Look that.
thank you, sir. And then you can also get the cigar from Vintage that has tones of fruit in it. That's our vegan cigar.
That's the wrong one.
Oh, that's the wrong one?
Torpedo.
The torpedo?
You tried to get you to smoke something that wasn't vegan.
There you go. It's this one. See, that's what happens whenever young,
I got it out the box.
yeah, you didn't know.
So let me see the wrong side.
Okay. So one thing that to tell you about that Roger didn't mention, when you smoke a double wrapper, we call it a barber pole, but actually what it is a double wrapper. When you see them roll these in the factory, they're actually taking 2 pieces of tobacco to roll it. That's how they do it. It gives you a great transition because you're going from the Madura to the Connecticut to the Madura to the Connecticut to the Madura, and you're starting out when you roll with the thin part of the leaf to the thicker part of the leaf. So you get a nice transition with a double wrapper cigar.
Nice.
So,
Great.
He is unbelievable.
I got one more question for the day.
Nah.
So one more.
there it
This
is.
is for
One more. Last one. That's
Roger
it.
with the hat, and this is for Larry too. What kind of advice can you give someone that wants to start up a cigar lounge or cigar operation? What kind of advice can you give them?
I would say one, know what you want to do.
Right.
You gotta have a vision, right? You gotta know who your clientele is, who you're trying to target. You gotta look at the market, and then I'm gonna just say this because I'm a military guy. Be consistent, right? Be consistent and deliberate. Cigars is a daily operation, as Eric Bay would say from Black Star Line Cigar. Cigars are a daily operation, so it's something that you have to spend time doing every single day. If you're not willing to put in the work every single day, right, then you're not going to be successful. I mean, I think that's with any business, but particularly with cigars, because there's you got members, you have other customers. I mean, we have walk-in customers. We have people just walk in and buy sticks. We have people that come in on certain nights of the week. We have people that come in only on members only night, right? So you got to understand what your market is, who your demographic is, and you need to be able to cater your business to them so you can be successful. And if you're not looking and being flexible, you have some issues.
Larry, can you piggyback on that, please?
Well, with me, I do have a day job, 9 to 5. Well, I'm not going to say 9 to 5, but I do have a day job. But I'm working this business 7 days a week. I mean, while I'm at work, I could be on the phone, emailing orders, chatting with other people about different things. I'm constantly working, trying to think up some new ways to promote the business, to improve the business every day of the week.
Rick, any insight on that? Can you help anybody who's starting?
Number one, listen to your customers, right? They're going to come in. You can't carry everything. There's a lot of cigars on the market. If you deal with a wholesale or something, you can take an order on a box if it's something that not everybody smokes, just to help them out. But for me, I'm in so many different cigar lounges from Pennsylvania to Virginia. if you can get somebody and working your shop when you're not there that really knows cigars, that can talk about the blends. You know, that's important because I go into some lounges where people are working the humidor know nothing about cigars. So if you want to have a successful lounge, you know, find people that are excited about cigars, you know, as you are, that they enjoy them, that they smoke them. And to me, that's really important. You know, one of the things that I talked about too, that's going to help some of the people that are working at cigar lounges. Like I said, Francisco's the first one I've seen to actually put QR codes on our cigar bands that'll help that person working in the cigar lounge learn the blends and talk about it. You know, when I left Lit Cigar, where I met Francisco and they brought somebody in, I spent time with them. You could, if you want to work in a cigar lounge, there's so much information now on YouTube where you could talk, you know, learn about the blends and things like that. So that's what I taught this person. Look, going every day, you have a lot of free time. Learn about cigars. Look, you know, some of the PCAs, they do cigar interviews. So you can listen to them where they talk about the blends. Learn cigars if you're working in a lounge, right? And help people.
Goose, being an all-time GOAT, can you please enlighten us also on being a cigar lounge owner, and what advice can you give to all the fans and supporters out there?
Well, I've sat on both sides of the table. I've been, you know, in manufacturing with Black and Mild, and then when we started at the lounge here in Limerick, it'll be 12 years, April 29th. It to me, it's customer service. What Roger said, you got to be customer friendly. You have to be. I think the owners of cigar lounges are characterized as grumpy old guys that you know, don't really pay attention or smile at their customers. We do the exact opposite here. I'm fortunate to have Johnny and Brian here, and my wife, when she's here, she really adds a light to the whole place when Joanne's here. But it's, you know, down through the years, you know, I say listen to your customers, but caveat emptor, buyer, beware, because there's going to be people coming in and asking for boutique brands and brands that you bring in, and there's not really a demand for them. So to satisfy each and every customer is not a wise thing unless you absolutely know that customer is committed to that brand. And I've heard Larry in previous podcasts talk about that. You got to be cautious with respect to somebody walking in and say, hey, listen, I like this boutique brand. You bring in $2,000 worth of it, you sell $50 worth to them, and then it sits there. You really have to qualify your boutique brand people that come in. What are you going to do for me? How are you going to support the brand? You're going to have an event. There's a whole list. There's a whole litany of things that you've got to ask them. And to me, the most important thing is support. How good are they on social media? You know, are they on fire on social media? Because if they're not, then there's not going to be any buzz about the brand. There's got to be buzz about the brand. And you know, I'm sitting here with two pros in Roger and Larry who know what they're doing, and I'm honored to be sitting here with them. I congratulate you, Roger. That's a beautiful presentation there. Something to aspire to, you and me both. You did a nice. It's nice and simple and hard hitting, and who, if I might ask, and you don't have to answer this question, but who's making the cigars for you?
William Ventura,
Oh, great,
Maestro.
great. Down in the DR.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right. With that being said, all the members of the Undefeated GOAT podcast, I want to start off with a very nice soft applause because Roger is going to give a presentation. So just start, and then we're just going to get louder as we go. Yeah, you can do it.
So,
Low less, not as much.
Goose.
Keep clapping, keep clapping. What is that? What is that?
It's a vintage cigar mug. Get them more drink of coffee. I appreciate all your support you provided me since I got into this. So thank you very much.
Can you guys take a picture together? Can you do that? Let's do that. Just make sure you take a picture together. I'll swap with you.
Y'all too big to be trying to change
Hey,
places,
man, you always hate me since you peeking.
A buck for a buck.
There you go.
Hey, while they're taking a picture, how many servicemen are out there in the audience today? Ex-servicemen? Any? By the show of hands? Nobody out in the audience was in the service? Oh, guys. And me?
My whole family but me. We could do that.
At this time, with right here for Gooses, I would like the brothers at Kappa Alpha Psi to come up, please, and have a seat. Brothers, come on up. Goose, if you could get that. Justin, can you go with Goose and please get that
I'm taking my
yay. Don't leave that don't leave that laying around. That's gonna be brothers, have a seat. Please have a seat. Appreciate you. Gary, I'm gonna pass the torch over to you, G. Yeah, Rick can stay here. Yeah, he's cool. Oh man, yeah, he's taking it. Can you please introduce these brothers at Kappa Alpha Psi, please? Please, Gary.
They can let them introduce themselves. Well, they're two of our newer initiates. They're not young by nature, but they're good brothers, good men. One is San Antonius Moore.
San Antonius.
San Antonius Moore. Don't start that mess, man.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
And the other one is Willie Williams. Big Will. Big Will. I'm gonna let Will talk about his credentials because Will comes from a long line family of. Come up to the mic a little bit. So if you give your history.
Well, thank you. Name is Willie Williams, third generation police. My grandfather was one of the first black inspectors with the Philadelphia Police Department and was running the homicide unit. My father was the first black police commissioner in the city of Philadelphia as well as the city of Los Angeles. And I am now in charge. I'm now a lieutenant with the police department, going on 33 years, and I'm in the dignitary protection unit, and I'm in charge of the mayor's security detail.
All right. San Antonius, what about yourself?
All right. Well, I'm in administration with hospitals and home care agencies at this time. I help individuals start up home care agencies that you see all over the airways now, on TV, within the media. Actually, are venturing off into my own as well. This is my line, brother, Mr. Willie Williams. I love Kappa Alpha Psi, the greatest fraternity known to man.
That's right.
There you go. There
All
it
right.
is.
Hey, Sonny, tell them what you did previously.
With me, I worked for the FBI, Washington, D.C. for 10 years. I was a latent fingerprint examiner. I lived in Alexandria, Virginia, 5375 Duke Street, Alexandria, Virginia, Georgetown University, Hoya, class of 1986, undergraduate.
All right.
I would like for you to take his fingerprint because he steals a lot of stuff, man. I just want to let you know that. Sticky fingers over here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff missing ever since he's been to the podcast. Every time we look up, there's either lighters or cigars. This sucker duck over here be stealing stuff, man. So make sure you get his fingerprint. So every time something's taken, I can give you a call, Frat. I just want to take the chance and opportunity. You guys are more than welcome to stay as long as possible. To thank all the brothers at Kappa Alpha Psi and Norristown Alumni Chapter. We will be doing Norristown Alumni Chapter each and every third Sunday of the month. So I'm excited about that. And please, a round of applause for all the brothers who ain't here. I can't wait, man. We got some more cigars coming out, man. March Madness is here, man. Shout out to all your teams. I hope all your guys' teams is still, in the bracket. And nah, I'm a Kansas fan, so I'm hoping that Kansas. Yeah, I think I'm good for right now. Look, Villanova's doing pretty well right now. So shout out to Nova. Shout out to everybody who's a big Nova fan, man. And it's a couple things, Gary and Nard and all the brothers who kept outside to bring people together. One is cigars. Correct. Two is sports. Another one is food, hopefully vegan food.
Right.
Some people say drinking too, but everyone doesn't drink. But it's just a pleasure, man. It's a blessing to have Undefeated Goats podcast. It's a blessing to have so many great brothers who love and support each other. each and every Sunday. As you guys can see, man, our podcast is unbelievable. It's growing every single week. We're just getting bigger and bigger. And I can't wait to walk in here and have 60, 70, 80 members of Kappa Alpha Psi and Norristown Alumni Chapter supporting the Leaf and the podcast. Man, I'm very excited about where this is going. Go ahead, Nor. Oh, Luciano's. Go ahead. You can do that plug.
Shout out Luciano. Catering for us. Pizza's great. Call him up.
Strombolis was great. All right. Big shout out to my man Frank Luciano's.
Where are they located at?
212. Oh, look at the screen.
Luciano's is
122.
112 West Ridge Pike, Limerick, PA.
Man, Justin's on it.
Okay. I see you, Justin.
He's on it, man. That's good, man. So we're going to hang around. We're going to stick around for a little bit. We're going to smoke, man. Thank you guys all that came out, man. Each and every Sunday we are here. Round of applause to everybody. Right here, you know what it is. It's the Undefeated Goats, along with my man, Roger with the hat, my man, Rick. Everyone had a great time. Luciano's, 28 Black. Everyone else who represents and supports the Undefeated Goats podcast. We'll see you guys on the other side, man. Each and every Sunday, sometimes on Tuesday. Frank, we miss you, man. Hey, make sure that we see you next week right here, the Undefeated Goats podcast. Put your hands together one more time.